Welcome everybody, this is Mark, aka SonicKamehameha, and it is exactly 5:43 p.m. 1/2/2023. So you're probably wondering, what happened? What happened to all the videos and stuff? Well, I'll get into that very soon in this video. As you guys can tell, it's just going to be my typical logo you'll see on there, static screen. Nothing's going to be represented on screen whatsoever, it's just going to be my voice. But I want to let you guys know a little bit about what happened in this year, and also what I plan to do in the future, and a little bit of things here and there that I really can't think of as its own category. I'm not really scripting this. I don't really script anything if you guys have been watching my channel as of late. So this is just going to kind of go off a list I have, and I'll kind of freestyle whatever I'm going to say. So forgive me if I stutter or I do anything that sounds like weird when it comes to transitioning or losing a thought. I will not edit. So anyway, a minute's been wasted. Let's get to it. So 2022, this year has been pretty interesting. I would say a lot of changes took place this year, many for the worst and many for the better. In terms of going for like the bad things first, one of my dogs, Toby, he passed away a couple months ago. Possibly the worst feeling I've had in quite some time, because since my childhood dog, his name was Dollar, passed away many years prior when I was entering college. You hear my existing dogs right now. You know, there was that part of me that when I got dogs in the future, if something happened to them, like let's say something happened where they got sick or whatever, it didn't have that same type of impact and feeling. And with Toby specifically though, he was our first baby dog, like our baby dog. And it's really hard to see your baby dog, after so many years of being with him, really just faded in your hands, in your arms. And you know, he was really old. He just was crying a whole bunch, and he was in pain. He couldn't really move. You know, one day we just came back from work, and my mom was holding on to him, and he was pretty much just unable to do anything. So it came down to a point where we have, oh, hey, guys, please. My dog's trying to lick each other. Crazy. But you know, it was one of those situations where I knew it was happening, but I just my mental capacity for the dog and how much I loved him, you know, Toby. It was one of the hardest things I had to deal with this year, aside from another thing that unfortunately took place recently. That one being COVID. You guys wanted to know, or probably were curious to why I was so dry with content for like a week straight. It's because I got COVID during the week of Christmas / my birthday. Now, for people that know me, my birthday is after Christmas. It's December 26th. So, getting COVID on halfway through the Sunday of that week really killed me. I never had COVID ever at all. And so when I got affected by the fever and stuff like that, that was super gnarly. I've never felt as bad as that in my life, period. You know, the fever, the cold, being cold on the inside, hot on the outside of your body, it was crazy. And that really drained me of doing anything. Normally I have just enough videos to carry me through each week, Monday through Friday. And getting hit with COVID was just one of those, oh man, I even if I wanted to record, I would not even feel good. My eyes would be, you know, burning, aching, all those things that you don't like when you're sick, and plus more. So, you know, there's that. It was kind of out of my hands at that point. I got sick. The most embarrassing thing was that I've been super safe when it comes to going out anywhere. I always wear a mask and all that, and then here comes one day we go and have a visit to my grandma, and apparently somebody was sick at her place prior to that, and one thing led to another. We got sick, and bing bang bang, I had to be out of doing my fun YouTube stuff once a week, and staying home from work, which is equally just as bad. So yeah, I got COVID. It was one of those things that I couldn't really get past, and After a week later, I got better. As you guys can hear me, I'm not like, you know, I didn't even bother doing anything while I had COVID, but I'm full of energy once again. I'm about 95% better. I tested negative like a week ago, and that's pretty much the biggest reason why I didn't drop on that. So on the flip side, I guess the only good thing, the biggest good thing for me is in terms of job opportunities. Yay, I got myself promotion. Woo! I really worked hard for that. So that's like the biggest thing for me personally speaking. It's not YouTube related. It's just more personal work related, which I'm, you know, I like to share that because it's really good news. You know? There's always, you know, after going through COVID and then losing a really big loved one in my family, it's always good to have something to latch on for good news. So it's been 5 minutes going on 6. Let's get to the future of this channel here. And a lot of people I've noticed have been watching more of the videos I've been pumping out. I'm honestly not really chasing views, and you know, people can take this out of context later, but no, seriously, I post the videos, and I want to let you guys know this in terms of why I do this content. I do YouTube primarily because, one, it's fun. I get to have fun playing the game I like with friends of mine that I like. And sometimes, in the case like what I'll get to very soon, I can't do that with some friends now, but just making videos and playing games that I love and I have fun with is always such a good time. And being able to do that once a week, you know, it takes away a lot of the steam from, you know, real life stuff, work stress, all the other stuff that like comes into your life, you know, with family, whatever the case may be. Playing a game, sitting down, recording, and just having a good time. It's always good, because later on in life, when I'm old man Mark, when I'm old man Mark, I'm going to look back at these videos and I'm going to smile. Regardless if it was cringe at the time or cringe later, I'm going to smile and be like, I did that. And primarily, I did all these videos in the Let's Play format / stream Let's Play format, mainly because I was really big inspired from way back when I was younger, and I did a lot of the, you know, I watched a lot of the videos, like, you know, Some Call Me Johnny, you know, with the SGB channel, with the, you know, Tobuscus, you know, early Markiplier, a lot of the main influences of the YouTube career of mine, or quote unquote career of mine, but like YouTube watching experience. I told myself one day, I want to do that. I don't want to have to be recording off a camera, you know, showing gameplay, and you know, here I am now. I finally, well, not finally, but I got myself a capturing device and setting up with all these games I've been, you know, very thankful to be able to purchase, along with, you know, staying in a nice place. You know, it's really a dream come true to me, primarily to get this stuff done and continue to have the ability to do so in the future. So in terms of why I'm doing it for I want to say like archival reasons, so that older Mark can look back and just smile and say, man, I did that when I was able to do it. And I love games. I love video games. They are one of the things that I really enjoy experiencing, playing, watching, and just hearing somebody's explanation to it. So whether people watch or not, I know the people that watch it primarily is me, of course, and my friends. And you know, that leads me into a little bit of things that go hand in hand with that. It's like my buddies. You know, you got Explodes, you got Jose, you got Diego, you got Reggie, you got, you know, the occasional Christian, or what's another person that rarely comes in? You know, you got Dark Regent. You know, a bunch of the core of my friend group that I've been friends with for years. Very, very happy to know that they're still with me on this ride. Whether that changes this year or not, I hope not. I mean, everything's been cool. I'm already at the age that losing friends is monumental, and I'd rather keep a friendship that I've had over these years than mindlessly wipe it out. You know, so, you know, I'm really happy to, you know, to know that each of these guys have been with me on this ride, primarily due to, you know, it's really hard to keep something going for so long consistently. And just knowing that my friends are always here to, you know, participate in the wackiness and the stupidity of what I want to do, it makes me feel happy. And I want to thank you guys for that. If you guys are listening, thank you for that, because it's a blessing to me to have friends that will love to be part of just watching me play a game and then giving me whatever smack talk or, you know, conversation in there for me. So I'm very happy and thankful for you guys. If you guys are listening, thank you guys for being there, just watching or playing along, and adding to the content for the channel. Yeah, transition aside here. Yeah, there was another reason also. It's like a hard transition here, but there was also a reason why there was kind of like a lack of uploads to cover from being sick. It also has to do with Dragon Ball Legends. Now, at the time I'm recording this, I'm saying this again, it's 1/2/2023, and I say this because something might happen later, but Dragon Ball Legends, pre-Gogeta, Ultra Gogeta, really dragged for me, and I had got to a point for not playing the game for like maybe 2 weeks, and that's like a death sentence for a phone game for me. But I did not have anything fun to do or record, or have any type of like inspiration to play the game with. Now that's kind of a little bit my fault, primarily because I only play primarily with the female warriors. The girls tag is a very niche team. They don't get supported very much, but I very much was like, nothing's here for me to really chase for. You give me a free Broly, I'm gonna ignore it. You give me a free Frieza, Goku, like the 100th Goku that they could ever pump out in the game, I'm not going to be interested because it does not help my tag. And for those 2 weeks that I was kind of not really playing the game, there was nothing really going on or that motivated me, and I was really tired out. I was like, duh, do I really want to play this game right now? I don't want to do that. I don't even want to open it. And then Ultra Gogeta came out. I recovered from COVID, and I was like, you know what? Let me just do 2 summons. They're not do 2 rotations. I had like 13,000 CC, and then I pulled Ultra Gogeta back to back. So I was like, okay, I'll plug him into like a Frankenstein female warriors team setup, and I'll make a video, because I have to have a Videl with anything that I do, because it's it's part of my interest and my identity for this channel. And I love just playing with Videl there. It's just like the most nichest character out there, and I love it. But yeah, Dragon Ball Legends will be cranking back up. I'll talk about that later in this video. But it was one of those things that got me really like drained, and I'm just happy that the game is kind of sort of bumping back. Hope to keep the momentum and give me something more to summon for. Always the summon videos whenever we get like a female warrior that actually can support the female warriors. I would love to always be there for recording the day of, because that's like the most important thing for my channel. So be on the lookout for that. And yeah, so that in tandem, I was really burnt out with just doing these things in general. I think you guys probably might notice that the week before I went off, or like offline due to COVID, I sounded really tired, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do this. I've never felt that way. Maybe that was like the precursors of the COVID attacking my body, but I'm back, and I'm happy to say I'm no longer burnt out. I'm more happy to create and just do things as much as I can in the foreseeable future. So that was another reason for that. Last thing, in terms of COVID, I lost a couple parts on Twitch. I had recorded, was it a Hat in Time, I think, and a part of Sonic Frontiers. They weren't like the most impactful parts, but there was stuff that did happen. And I gotta say, I'm really sad that I lost those parts, because when I got sick, I forgot to export them over to my YouTube channel, and now they're gone forever. So there's gonna be like a missing part in there in between some those 2 playthroughs, and I'll probably explain them on the next parts for them. But just as a heads up on that end. Now, speaking about YouTube, because we're now 14 minutes in, I do want to say these are the plans, the quote-unquote plans for the channel, in terms of games that I want to get done. Now, in terms of the channel as a format, you guys are new. I don't edit my videos. I do stuff primarily on Twitch, and if I have to force myself to do offline, I will do offline footage and upload them the old normie way, or I just don't do anything at all. When it comes down to my format, my videos are pretty much just unfiltered. We just do it for a certain amount of time, and that's it. That's just kind of how my channel stuff has been going for a while. I don't have time to edit stuff. I don't have the money to go ahead and spend on people to edit my videos to make them all, fancy YouTuber status. You get what you get, the content there. Sometimes you get 30 minutes, sometimes you get an hour, sometimes you get 3 hours, depending on if I'm really having fun in that game. Or sometimes you get like a short 6-minute video from Dragon Ball Legends that I used to, yes, pad out my upload schedule. And you know, there's no shame in that. I do that sometimes. Like, oh man, this is an awesome match. I'll just plug it in for a day, and that really does pad out my week and keeps my schedule going. So there's that. You're not gonna ever see on this channel in the foreseeable future like a compilation of the parts there. If somebody wants to do that and give it to me, sure, give it to me so I could upload it. I'm never going to make any type of money on this channel. I have my own job that gives me the money I want. Doing this type of YouTube channel is a side thing that I do for fun, and hopefully due to that, you guys can continue to see me, like, you know, having fun without being reliant on, okay, our sponsor for today, or what's the other thing that people do is I don't know, my Patreon, if you guys do this, whatever. No, it's classic let's play fun, and that's nothing else to do, you know. I mean, there's it's just us, me having fun playing game, and I think that's the core of the original let's play. Is get some time, let's play some games, let's have some fun. And yeah, so in terms of games, I'm gonna be playing Hat in Time. Gonna be continuing the playthrough on that one. I am debating if I want to. I'm still debating if I want to do a full let's play, a full 100% playthrough, because there are stuff they added to the game which may increase more of the hourglass count, and some of them are tied to these obnoxiously hard, unfair challenges that I'm not even sure I'd be able to do, because I don't think I've ever did that by myself, those challenges. So who knows? I'll try. I'll most likely just do an attempt on it when I get to like the very bottom of the barrel of the playthrough, and see if I can do them, attempt them. If not, I'm gonna consider that its own 100%. Sonic Frontiers, I've been having fun with that game. I do plan on continuing again. You know, a lot of these games you're gonna hear are continuing from a holdover from 2022 into 2023. Sonic Frontiers, again, I'm kind of still playing that game blind. I haven't really like seen gameplay. I've seen the cutscenes, so it's gonna be still a brand new, fresh experience for me from going from point A to point B. But yeah, Sonic Frontiers, definitely gonna continue. I've been having fun on that one. So for Dragon Ball Legends, very briefly, I know that's where most of the views come at. Yes, I will continue to be posting videos of that, still with Videl being as my centerpiece, as my centerpiece for that. I expect a lot of Gogeta in there as well. Gogeta, Beast Gohan, and Videl. That's gonna pretty much be my my team until Gogeta gets power crept, or we get some more, hopefully, female warriors. I really hope we do. I don't want Legends to forget that team exists and just no longer pump out those characters. If anything, and if they end up putting Videl on the Majin Buu tag, I'm gonna be so sad, because that means I have to build an entire team around that one character, which will probably not last for more than maybe 2 weeks, and then that character gets power crept. So yeah, I'm really hoping that tag continues to go on. So moving on, this one's going to be a new one here. Inscription. One of the things that I can safely say that I did enjoy while I was during the the COVID, was I bought Inscription digitally. I recently had gotten the biggest memory card you can get for the Switch. I think it's the Animal Crossing one, the 256 gig or whatever the case is. It's a big space in there, because I was running low on space for my Switch beforehand with my very standard sized one. Bought a new one, and I was like, okay, let me fill this thing up with some games. One of them was Inscription, and Inscription is, wow, I had so much fun with that game. I don't plan on playing the quote-unquote story mode for the channel, but I do want to be playing Casey's mod. Now, Casey's mod, for people who aren't aware, it's pretty much the post-game content where you get to play the challenges of like the first the first third of the game, which honestly is my favorite. Like, it goes in terms of people who play the game, the first part, the Leshy part, I love it. The middle section, I'm kind of I mean, it's fine. I still have some enjoyment with it. The PO3 is like my second favorite in terms of like the mechanics for the game and how it was presented. I love it. I wish there was also a side mode for that for you to play against, but excuse me. Yeah, I had a cough right there. Oh man. Anyway, but yeah, I really enjoyed the core gameplay of the experience of the story mode, and happy to see that they actually had some post game content that I haven't even got through at the time of this recording. So I am going to be adding that to my list of things I want to be playing for the channel. It's pretty much going to be like each video will be dedicated to like a run that clears the conditions, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how that does and what creative stuff we can come up with that on. But yeah, there's that. Donkey Kong Country 2. That is a game that I will be playing with Explode sometime during this year. In the same vein that Donkey Kong Country 1, we're going to only be playing that game whenever Explodes is completely ready to play it, so that way, you know, we're both experiencing the game at the same time. I had a decent amount of time on the first one. I know if you guys watched that one, Reggie, man, oh man, he would not stop with the amount of like, guys, stop using save states. But hey, what are you gonna do? We gotta get through the game, right? Most likely we'll be doing the same thing for Donkey Kong Country 2, but you know, what can you do? I look forward to that one. Minecraft. Not to jump on the hype that is Minecraft, but definitely I've been wanting to play this game for a while in terms of like having a base for it. I will not be playing that game like hours long per part. I think I'll just dedicate like maybe 30 minutes to a basic thing and then move on and move on and move on. Because Minecraft essentially can be like an infinite gameplay loop, and I'm totally down with that, but I only want to be playing the game when I'm in the mood to play it. So Minecraft is one of those games that I will be playing for the channel at a very slow pace. So you guys will be seeing a lot more variety in terms of what I do, but I don't want to be like lost in like hours like I would for Sonic Frontiers. So keep an eye out for that one. Fortnite, I will continue to be playing the game for as long as the game decides to function. They have too many good skins in there for me to kind of stop playing the game. I do want to be playing the game with a lot more with friends over stream, like Jose, Diego, Explodes, but it all comes down to their schedules being freed up, and that's just gonna be how it is. Sometimes I'll have to just play Fortnite by myself, but this current season right now, I've been having so much fun with it. That spinny hammer mixed with a lot of the long-ranged weapons, been so fun. And gotta say, possibly one of my favorite seasons. You know, the Chrome was cool for a bit, but like it kind of lost its steam after a bit. I kind of lost the point of what the main boss was supposed to be, because it seemed like it was an afterthought. They put the main final boss there for you to just always shoot and kill. And it was very easy to exploit that boss. And the weapon you got wasn't even that great. It wasn't like a game changer weapon. But, you know, that's just my opinion. Another game that I'm not going to forget is Advanced Wars. I will be continuing that one. That is a game also primarily that I want to be playing with Explodes, because we're doing the funny voices with that one. So, yeah, just be on the lookout for that game. It is not forgotten. It's just more of a scheduling issue and then time, of course. And then we got the other surprise here, Luigi's Mansion. I will be playing that game by myself for the first part until Luigi shows up. Once Luigi shows up, I'm going to have to schedule a time for when Diego can come over to my place and we play the multiplayer stuff. I plan on having that one be a 100% playthrough. I already know that for sure. Diego and I have beaten that game, 100%ed it, got the best rank on our first try when I first got that game on release date. We love that game. Can't wait for him to be playing it there, and it's going to be so much fun. Other than that, we got our last game, which is Fire Emblem Three Hopes. For everybody who remembers the original Fire Emblem game, where so many things happened, so many people came, so many people left, and that ending where everybody was just like, Mark, is this game over yet? And yeah, I'm going to be bringing it back with Three Hopes. Three Houses is behind us, Three Hopes is in front of us. So I would argue that Three Hopes is better as a story, as opposed to the very first game that is being based on. I'll get more into the spoilers of that in the actual gameplay, but for now, that is the plan. And the last one, and this is the real last one, West of Loathing. If you guys remember, I did post a video West of Loathing way back when we had a bigger crew to work with at the same time. That is going to be coming back, restarting it kind of just like I did for Hat in Time, but this time it's going to be my main character, not going to be dictated by other people. and we're gonna see just how I go through. I actually recently beat the game for realsies. I think about a month ago. Yeah, that was like a month ago before I got hit down with COVID. But I had so much fun playing the game, understanding how the game works properly this time. And it's honestly kind of simple. Like, there are certain things in the game I thought you had to do in order to be considered done, but not really. And so that game could most likely be finished up faster than I would expect. Probably like a 30-part game. Who knows? That's just me throwing it out there. So yes, if you guys have been listening up to this point, thank you. You know, I don't normally post these type of videos out here, but it's just one of those things I wanted to get off my chest for the sake of it. But before we end our video here, I do have something I do want to do for the channel in the future, and it's something to do with my personal book that I've been doing with my friends. I don't exactly have all the things I want done for it yet, but I do want to let you guys know I do have some content for my own book I would like to share in the future. What that is later is going to be announced at a later time. It may not even be this year, depending on how things play out, but I do want to let you guys know there is something that I've made originally that I would like to kind of share with you guys slowly but surely in the future. So yeah, with that being said, thank you guys for listening, watching, whatever you guys are doing on this one. I can't wait for this video to fade into obscurity with like the 1 or 2 views that I get from it, but you know, it is what it is. I just want to get the word out for the plans and the previous stuff that has happened on this channel. This has been a really fun ride to actually take the YouTube game kind of seriously now, like actually using it as opposed to my channel being dead after its original run when I was in high school. So you know, I'm very, very proud of these, and I cannot wait to see these videos again when I'm older and just smile and just be like, man, that is still funny. So I won't take any more of your time. Thank you guys for listening, and I will see you guys next video. And that's most likely going to be Hat in Time. So see you guys tomorrow. Bye.